We've told you about this before. America is seeing an oil boom. Fracking in places like North Dakota and oil fields in Texas and Colorado have production on the rise in the USA. Well, now after a decades-long ban on exporting any American oil to other nations, the U.S. is now looking into the financial upside of opening our crude oil market to others. Critics, though, say we will need the reserves and we should just keep it all ourselves. Dan Springer in Seattle now with the latest on that. Dan.
Yeah, John, those who are old enough, and I'm guessing you and I are both barely in that group, remember well the reason for the ban on exporting crude oil. The year was 1973. Arab nations were upset with the U.S. for supporting Israel, and they cut oil off, causing chaos. Gas prices skyrocketed. There were long lines and rationing. But fast forward, and today the U.S. oil production is soaring. We've cut way back on imports, and there's even a worry that domestic production will soon outstrip our refining capacity. Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski is leading the charge to lift the export ban. She recently sent a letter to the White House and testified at a congressional hearing.
This ban threatens record-breaking U.S. oil production and American jobs by creating inefficiencies, gluts, and other distortions.
But critics are quick to point out that while production is way up, we still import 40% of the oil we use. So we're a long way from total independence. They also argue that this is about the oil companies making more money because they could get a higher price for the oil they export. As far as the impact on consumers, well, not surprisingly, the two sides disagree. Supporters of lifting the ban believe more oil on the global market would bring gas prices down for everyone. But others, they don't think so.
Crude oil sold overseas can get about $10 more per barrel than it can in the United States. That will make the oil companies more money, but could raise the price of gasoline here while forcing us to depend more on other countries.
The White House has not responded to Senator Murkowski's request. Her next move, a move in Congress, a bill. Test the waters there. John?
And yes, Dan, unfortunately, I do remember the Arab oil embargo of '73.
Yeah.
Dan Springer.
We were young. We were very young, but we remember it.
Just a wee lad. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.